Okay, I'll be brief. Certainly grateful to everybody that stuck around through a tough day for Troy. Essentially, did not have our football team ready to come out and play in the first half, clearly by our performance. Our football team, and especially our offense, did not respond well at all after Goose Crowder went out of the game. Goose got a shoulder injury. He'll be out indefinitely. That's the news I have for you now. Specifics we'll announce as we go when we learn more. And like I said, it took our air, it took the breath out of us. Very proud of our defensive effort and the resiliency they showed in the second half to come out and play a brand of football that represents Troy. But we were abysmal on offense. We couldn't do anything after Goose left the football game. The penalty right before on third down proved to be critical and took 7 points off the scoreboard, and you can't do that against great opponents. A lot to be learned from this. We've got to go back to the drawing board because nobody's going to feel sorry for what is ahead. We play a great Buffalo team up there on the road to finish out our non-conference, and we have 8 conference games that you all know what the challenge is. So much to learn from. I've got to find answers to help us offensively and see where we'll go in the future, but that's going to take some time to look at the film and see where we're at and see what details and plans we got to put in place to play better there. So with that, I'll take questions. Thanks.
Gerad, could you elaborate on the illegal formation penalty, what actually happened there?
Yeah, it was an empty formation. Our widest receiver, which happened to be a running back, pointed to the official, assumed he was good and on. They called him. It probably looks like he's a half step off. They didn't confirm, then threw the flag, took points off the board, and said that he was off the football.
For 18, 7 yards passing after the third quarter. Did you consider a change going into the fourth, and why did you stick with Tucker?
Yeah, I would say that I would consider a change, but we're not in a situation right now with what we've shown in preparation for someone else to go do that job right now. That has to change clearly with Goose being out for an indefinite amount of time. I would say that every option will be on the table to see who we can put back there that can play with some efficiencies it's going to take for us to win games.
You mentioned obviously that one penalty was a big one, but they were cut more than half. So overall, how'd you feel the way the penalties went today?
Yeah, we played. We did play better with a more unselfish approach to making sure we serve Troy the right way and not create some selfish 15-yard penalties. I thought we still reached a little too much on defense, which created some potential penalties there. But we were a lot cleaner. There were 5-yard penalties, and I don't believe we had a 15-yard penalty today. We took steps there. But, again, I think the key to the game was just getting so far away from us, which felt further than it really was in a 2-score game in the first half, and we settled down in the second.
Coach, you get another defensive score here in back-to-back weeks. Is that kind of a silver lining for this team in a tough loss?
Yeah, I mean we've now 3 games in. We've shown the ability to disrupt the football and create turnovers and points off those turnovers, which is going to be huge coming down the rest of the season with where we'll be. And it's a testament to a lot of work put in to disrupt the ball better and do things that we want to do in defensive football to create turnovers. So it's proved to be worth our work. I'm very proud of what they've done in those 3 games that way. Now I have to fix the rest.
I know you've got to watch the film, but why initial reactions? Why do you think the offense struggled so much today?
Well, we were not able to run the football at all with any efficiencies. And when you lose the ability to run the football with any quarterback, it creates some stresses in protection, pass pro, and of course then your route game that make it more difficult. And we pride ourselves on running the football. So we lost our run game and lost our quarterback. When you do those 2 games in one and you play a very good defense and a very good opponent, that's what can happen, and we got consumed today because of it.
I know you never want to see 11 punts on the box score, but it really felt like Crenshaw really helped out the defense with the way he played. He's been that way all year. So how do you feel about the he played?
Yeah, I told the football teams very honest about some things there that we needed to get out right now for the game, but I did mention exactly what you said. I thought he was a warrior today. I challenged him the last 2 weeks especially because he's got greatness in him, and I thought that showed today for the most part. He was a key piece of flipping the fields and giving our defense a chance, and and was a ray of light when we needed one. I'm very proud of his effort. Thank you all.